Real Estate Auction FOMO. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and I thought we'd have a look at this article that's shared by realestate.com.au, originally from the Daily Telegraph, where Aidan is telling us this wonderful advice, a warning to buyers. Avoid the herd mentality ahead of auctions. Now it's interesting how this is framed. I saw it and I said, oh, yeah, we need to look at this because this is designed to generate FOMO, this article. And it kind of flies in the face of some other data that we're looking at. Now, number one, auctions. People are going to talk about clearance rates. Jump over here and have a look at the HeiseSays blog. It's at says.heise.com.au. And you can see here, fake auction clearance rates exposed. It was a video I did some time ago, thanks to the team from Fresh Canvas. And we go through their data mining, showing just the range in worst case, best case, and advertised scenarios for auction clearance rates. They will always tend towards the positive. So it's about the trend. That's the argument they make. But it's not 100%, gospel. There is some significant room for these figures to move. It all comes down to real estate agents, being the gregarious people they are, probably don't want to share when they've failed. So check that out if you're a fan and believe in auction clearance rates as completely 100% accurate, because there is some room to move in them. So let's have a look at this piece, because I feel like it's just more FOMO. Remember, yesterday we were looking, we'll jump back here. We've got SQM research. We were looking, here's Sydney weekly asking property prices, and you've got 2-bedroom units at 707,000, and we're going back to 2019 there levels. Oh wait, nope, no, okay, yeah, sorry, that's 2016. If you go to rent, it goes back to 2013 levels. So we've got almost, you know what, I'll get my snippet here, snipping tool. Could you almost say that we have a economy which is doing this, and if we draw a line there, we've got a K. What do you reckon? I'll bring up another image, everyone, just to show you one I've shown before, which is just the difference in unit price growth. You can see the units in the western suburbs, the red rooster line as they call it, and the hipster goat cheese suburbs along the edge of the coast where they're doing better. It's your location. And units are worse than anything because you don't own the land. You really don't. You're buying a magic skybox that you're hoping will go up and isn't going to fall over or have significant structural issues. So let's have a look at this piece. Let's try and pull it apart a little bit. So home buyers should brace. Okay, so you've got to prepare for stiff competition. See, they're already persuading you to be inclined to having FOMO, fear of missing out. You need to brace, you need to prepare yourself. You're getting these mental images of where you're getting ready for stiff competition in the coming months as low interest rates and the fear of missing out funnel more buyers into the market. Well, let's see how that works in March. Let's see what happens when mortgage holidays end, when banks start tapping on people's shoulders, when job seeker bonus ends, when JobKeeper disappears, when businesses who were trading while insolvent start getting demands for payment. Well, let's see when that first BAS is due. I should check. I've got to prepare for it. Let's see when that's due. Who do you think, guys, in the comments? Who do you think will be pushing the most bankruptcies this year? You think it'll be the ATO again? Housing experts, so we've got to trust them, warned the market is shaping up to be stronger than during the period last year, despite the weaker economy, with buyer demand heavily outweighing supply. It comes as CoreLogic data showed there was a frenzy of auction activity in late 2020. Weekly auction clearance rates hit close to 80% over much of December, with some suburbs recording an auction success rate of over 90%. Remember that time when we were looking at auction clearance rates? I used to do videos where we'd look at it every week. And Tasmania got 100% auction clearance rates. It's crazy. I think auctions are a bigger thing in Sydney and Melbourne. We've got the neighbour across the road trying to do auctions. No buyers. And he's only getting low ball offers. So there we go. I really don't trust the Commonwealth Bank's estimate of my house. It makes me feel really special, that I made so much money, but I think they're about a third above where it should be, honestly. I think that's what it is. Some people are going to have a shock, but, it's a home. I don't plan to move, so I don't really care, but still, that'd be the thing. I'm in a fortunate position because we bought cheap enough. Even if we take a 30% hit on their make-believe estimate, I'm still fine. But there are going to be people that'll be in negative equity, and then they'll feel bad. Or if you have to sell, but don't worry. We remember we've got a brace for stiff competition. So this was similar to what was recorded during Sydney's last housing boom in 2017. Well, during Sydney's last housing boom, we also had a significant proportion of foreign investment. That was just starting to cool off. Where's that now? I wonder. Where are all these factors that add to this? This is just a sugar hit to the economy, and it's obviously all going into housing because the government is throwing money left, right, and center. People were locked down. They were forced to eat at home for the first time in their lives, some of them probably, and they saved money. Some people were better off. And then they got the money out of their super. You can't blame them for wanting to get in. I cannot blame anyone for wanting to get into the property sector. We've just moved into a rental because we're planning to do a lot of work on our house here. Now, the rental is pretty cheap. It's nothing special. I'm not going to complain. It's fine. It does the job. And frankly, I wanted something cheap. But I can see how people want to get out of rental grade property into something a bit nicer, a nicer oven where you can, nicer finish. For us, it's actually an upgrade in some regards because we've got a 100-year-old house. So, there's certain innovations in these modern houses that we're not used to. It's sad. Sad, but good in another way. Agents reported the momentum from late last year had continued into 2021, and there have already been a spate of big sales despite the traditional auction calendar not starting until after Australia Day. 15 bidders registered for the auction of a North Epping house on Pinner Street last weekend, and the strong competition pushed the price to $1.68 million, $100,000 over the seller's already lofty reserve. Now, remember, they're only going to pick the examples that sound good in these articles. Okay, so don't fall for it. It's fine. They're going to pick those because just have a look at this and notice there's a range. You can even download the Excel data that they data mined here. You're going from a 40% auction clearance rate to a 77% auction clearance rate because so many of the results are unconfirmed. What do you reckon? You think the real estate agents are going to tell when they're failing? Do you think Domain will update it when they see, oh, wait a minute, that property that was unconfirmed is now listed for sale a week later? I wonder what happened. Do you think the media will report it even if they do update it? Not a chance. Randwick, a garden apartment on Market Street, sold prior to its scheduled February auction for about $2.02 million this week. The price guide was 1.7. And these figures are all well above median price. And this weekend, the agent selling Murrabba Beach House in Tywit Street said they were expecting 25 bidders to register for the auction despite the high $2 million price hopes. Most auctions in the area attracted 3 bidders last year. The agency's Catherine Murphy, who sold the North Epping house, said there were a lot of families with money burning holes in their pockets. This is a different sector. You're going from the 1 million up or 1.5 million up, to that 5 million or that 2.5, 3 million little area there, compared to all of the first home buyers buying out in the western suburbs in Sydney, or the people buying the little 1-bedroom studio apartments in the city. You can't spend money on travel overseas or interstate, and the sentiment is that 2021 will be a big year for property. Buyers are nervous about that and feel the longer they wait, the more they'll pay, Miss Murphy said. So FOMO. My housing market economist Andrew Wilson said buyers' fear of missing out on cheaper deals was ironically what was going to incite them to pay more. It's a herd mentality, he said, adding that buyers often started to become comfortable offering inflated sums for properties after seeing other buyers do the same at auctions. There is a lot of capacity for buyers to pay more because interest rates are low, so the prices will go up. There we go. We're seeing inflation in the property sector. We're seeing the Cantillon effect because the supply of money is being channeled through property. That's what we're seeing. Guys, kind of sucks for future generations who are taking on the burden for all of this government stimulus, and it's going to price them out of houses. Gotta love our government here. There's another piece I want to talk about that, Google is threatening Australia. And, I'm seeing all these people going, oh yeah, get out Google, where frankly, Google's probably, sure they're evil, but you know where they're evil. I kind of trust their evilness more than the Australian government. One I'm forced to do business with, one I can choose to do business with, one forces money away from me, and the other provides an opportunity to generate money. I mean, there you go. It's just a whole bunch of boomers not understanding the internet, sadly. And they're going to stuff that up for future generations as well. Fantastic. Yeah, a whole country with no access to Google search. I mean, just because some old, newspapers and, legacy media can't compete because they're crap. So there you go. That's it. That just shows you the political will in this nation is always to intervene in the market to protect their own. And, intervene to prop up property. That's what we're seeing here too. So there we have it. I mean, you can have a look here. There you go. A FOMO piece designed to get you to jump in. What are you planning to do, everyone? I've never even thought about the idea of going to an auction. I guess here it's all private charter, negotiation, a bit of back and forth. An auction just seems like more cost. But I guess in Sydney, if you've got something special, you really want to amp it up. You want this herd mentality. The sellers want it. I'm hearing other things from agents that are saying, sell before March. Sell before March. You need to sell before March. That's when it's all going to start falling over. So this is what, this is the story we're hearing here on realestate.com.au. Sell before March is what we're hearing from the agents that are trying to sell property. What do you think? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can support us using our affiliate links you find down below from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy a merch from HeiseSays or Teespring, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. I will see you all next time. Have a great day.